Western Christians today struggle with the same things. Multiple times, Jesus says them that he calls them, "O ye of little faith." One startling thing happens in Mark chapter 9, and I think it's Luke 17, but it's where Mark chapter 9 is where the little boy is possessed and ill and produces seizures and different things, this demon, and the disciples are unable to heal him. Jesus comes in and heals. When Jesus discovers that they're unable to heal him, he says, in the Luke version, he says this. He says, "How much longer do I have to be with you, you faithless, perverse generation?" Perverse could also be corrupt, depending on your translation. So not being able to heal somebody, Jesus sees that as perverse, or not having faith, Jesus sees that as corrupt and perverse, which is an amazing, amazing indictment against those folks. But these are the people under law: little faith, no faith, corrupt, and perverse. That's what the law produces. And in previous sessions here, we talked about things that, examples of that, or the truth of that, 1 Corinthians 15:56 being the most obvious. But let's go with two more. The centurion, Jesus tells the centurion, "I have not seen faith like this in all of Israel." He calls his faith great faith. Then in the Canaanite woman, the woman that he calls a dog, and she will not let up. He gives her the opportunity and the justification to walk away, and she will not walk away because she knows he has what she needs, which is healing for her demon-possessed child. And he says, and he's again commends her for her great faith. What's the commonality between the two? The commonality of the little faith and perverse, corrupt faithlessness is people under the law. The centurion and the Canaanite woman, they're not under the law. They're Gentiles, both of them. So the only time Jesus ever commended somebody for great faith is somebody who is not under the law. So you and I in a new covenant, and being absent or away from the law or out from under the law, produces great faith. And the centurions understand authority produce great faith. And we can talk about that in a later segment as we're figuring out how we operate within these four covenants. But anyway, I thought that was just something interesting, just some practical applications to see the difference in the Bible between the different covenants and how God reacts to people based on the covenant, and the fact that the old covenant is the power of sin and dominates you. Romans 6:14, it dominates you if you're under the law. Sin dominates you.
Yep.
You are free from the domination of sin if you're under grace. And the examples of faith show us each one of those.